Get ready, Nashville. It's time for an hour of power with Mr. Know Your Worth on the Know Your Worth Radio Show.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Ooh. I think I just bust their eardrums, man.
I think
How you doing, Nashville? This is Aaron Jordan, Mr. Know Your Worth. You tune into the Know Your Worth Radio Show on 102.1 The Light. And also I have in the building my co-host, Michael Warren, author of Marriage Declassified. How you doing, Michael?
Man, I'm doing wonderful. About yourself, bro?
You can't go deeper than I can.
Oh, I can go a lot deeper.
That didn't sound right on the airway. We're gonna play. But no, man, we have an amazing show for you guys today, man. I'm excited about the show that we have today, the topic that we're going to talk about, the guests that we actually have on that's going to be calling in here probably like the next 30 minutes too as well, man. So I'm really excited. Her story is powerful, man. I mean, her story is powerful, how she's embarked on certain things in her life and through her career and making the jump. Yeah. You know, so it's real powerful. So I can't wait for you guys to actually listen to that, listen to her story. And man, go on Twitter, man. And you can check out the live stream of the show on Twitter at KYW Radio Show. And guys, you can see us, see our face. We're waving to you guys right now on Twitter. But no, man, how's your week been, man?
Hadn't been bad. Yeah, hadn't been bad. You know, coming out of the holidays, you know, things starting to get a little bit more normalized. So.
No, it ain't nothing normal with that shirt you got on right now.
Oh, actually, this would you call it supernatural?
No, it's not.
It is.
None whatsoever. He got a Packer shirt on, guys. I'm a Cowboy fan, so we Cowboys, we have some business to take care of this weekend.
And we forgive you.
But no, it's going down.
It is going down.
It's going down.
You know, actually on the way up here to the studio, I was like, you know, we almost should come up with some sort of friendly wager.
What? Let's tell. Let's go.
Well, you know, normally, you know, you might suggest something like shaving your head or whatever, but I've already done that. So.
No, I can't shave my head. Even though I got the LeBron James one, I can't shave my head right now, man. It's not in me, you know.
It's not in you. Okay.
My confidence level will go completely down.
Gotcha. Well, we got plenty of time to come up with it, but I do think that this is I think the moment requires it.
I think it do, man. So we'll talk about that.
Yeah, we can talk about that off air. Yeah.
No, guys. Like I said, we got a great show for you guys today. Like always on the Know Your Worth Radio Show, we always talk about topics to provoke thought, to provoke deep thought, to provoke to get those brain cells working and giving you a different perspective on things in relationships, dating, and self-worth. So today, guys, we're going to talk about regaining trust in your relationship. Dun dun dun. Did I say the T word?
You did say the T word.
Trust. Would you say that's one that goes up there with one of the top things in relationships, along with like finances, along with infidelity and things of that nature?
I mean, it goes even deeper than that. I mean, I think trust it's fundamental. I mean, it's in everything that you do.
Exactly.
Every part of your relationship, whether it be personal or professional.
Wow. That is true.
Yeah.
Even in business.
Yeah. Especially in business.
So, man, we're not going to even just go deep on it right now. I'm not going to even just smack the listeners right now with the deepness.
Ease them into it.
Yeah, just ease them into we're going to take baby steps.
We got time. We got time to do that.
We got time to do that, man. So, after your life thus far, mine has been before you got married.
Yeah.
Okay. Let some of the listeners know about maybe one or two instances in your life where you felt that the trust was broken in previous relationships. I know, like 13 years of marriage, man. You know, I'm trying to get there.
Yeah.
You know,
gotcha.
I'll be 4 this year.
You fighting a good fight.
Fighting a good fight of faith. But
you got a good woman. So.
But like, of course, you know. Hey, Ashley, how you doing? Love you.
Yeah. But no, I guess prior to meeting my wife, I would say I was probably on the list of offenders, if you would. You know, and I would say that. In previous relationships, you're out there and, you don't make some of the best decisions, and I think a lot of it, in my case anyway, was boiled down to probably two things, just being kind of just greedy and, but also, immature as well, you know, because a lot of times, particularly when you're young, I mean, you're talking about, when you're in your 20s, you don't know exactly what you want, you're just out there in the world, just, just seeing what's out there. You know what I mean?
Seeing what's out there.
Yeah, just seeing what's out there.
Exploring your options.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, you don't always, think about the fact that, when you're dating or when you're in a relationship with somebody that, there are emotions at stake, and that just the sheer fact of you guys spending time together, that ultimately you're leaving a mark on each other, for better or for worse, if you end up separating or whatever.
So let me ask you, do you think like like a person's past would interfere with them trusting people or trusting a significant other? Do you think that has a huge play into it?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I don't see how it couldn't, because like I said, if you've had your trust broken, then, I mean, in any instance, whether it be, personal, professional, whether it be in the past, right now, or even in the future, if the trust in relationship is broken, I mean, that can be debilitating.
Yeah.
And it's a long road. It's a long road back to recovery.
Very long road back to, man, I'm telling you, man, somebody need to have me sing background for him.
Way back.
Oh. So you're just gonna embarrass me on the station like this, man, on the show. Don't listen to him, guys.
I'm just saying,
listen to him.
Your talents may reside in other places,
Well, I mean, I've been practicing, man, And coming up in the near future, we have a few musical guests that's going to be on the show. So I'm gonna solicit my service.
Gotcha. Okay.
they probably say stick to radio.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
No, but I think also just going and just baby stepping into this topic before we really go deep into it.
Yep.
I think a lot of times, man, I think that's the segue to those trust issues is our past history. I think that has a lot to do with our trust and how we trust people with our hearts. Let it just say, for instance, like if you've been abandoned or you've been rejected or things like that, that builds up a void in your life. That builds up a void for you with other people, too as well. And then when you get into a relationship, that's not helping the situation if you haven't dealt with those trust issues head on or those rejection or abandonment issues. It's like a little small match fire. You can just pour gasoline on it and it slowly erodes. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of times we negate the fact that, our past play a lot into our present if we haven't dealt with some of the issues that's taking place.
Yeah, I mean, definitely we're all a work in progress. So our relationships as well as the progress we have, we make in our relationships. I mean, you may have been better in your third relationship than you were in your first one.
Exactly.
Because as you spend time with each other, you start to find out more about people. You certainly find out a lot about yourself.
Yeah.
What you want and what you don't want. But I mean that, but that trust thing is difficult. And I think one of the, I think it's probably fair that we talk about the fruit of broken trust.
Okay.
So I think that, some of the bad fruit, of broken trust is, the fact that it brings up walls.
Ooh.
So you get into relationships, and so when you come into a new relationship, you've got that wall up, then, that shields you from being able to connect with that certain person, on certain levels or whatever.
So it's safe to say that people come into relationships with those walls up too, right?
Already handicapped, if you will.
Already handicapped with a handicap sticker on your forehead.
Yeah.
That say, I'm handicapped. I have a trust disability. That's what
trust deficit disorder.
A trust deficit disorder.
I suffer from TDD. I got titted.
But that's the thing though. I think a lot of people they don't know it subconsciously though.
Yeah.
It's a subconscious thing that people they actually come into relationships not knowing that they actually have a trust issue until something happens and it triggers it.
Yeah.
It's like just like on a few shows that we've talked about, and me you talk about this all the time, where like things that happen in your past, people you sometimes think you're over it, but as soon as something happens, it triggers that feeling, it triggers that thought, it triggers that emotion. And then all of a sudden, now you have resentment. Now you have those old issues and feelings coming back up from what happened in your past.
Yeah.
Now you're projecting your past, what happened in your past, onto your present. And I think that's where a lot of times we sabotage ourselves from finding happiness.
Yeah, no, definitely. No, I think that's right.
I'm gonna let that simmer. Let the mic just, just because I think I said something there because a lot of people don't understand. I'm gonna say it again. A lot of people don't understand that we that we let our past interfere with our present.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we sabotage our happiness in that regard.
Yeah.
You know, meaning that if we were not happy with this person, or we didn't trust this person, we go into this relationship, this next relationship, not trusting this person, already with that wall up that you was talking about, the bad fruit.
Mm-hmm.
It's not hanging fruit. It's just like rotten fruit. It's like, ugh.
Yeah, exactly. And what does rotten fruit do? It stinks, right?
It stinks. Doesn't smell good.
No, not at all.
No, but we're gonna pause right there, guys. But guys, we really want you guys to interact with us on Twitter. On Twitter, you can actually go to twitter.com at KYW Radio Show to tune into the live stream, guys. You can actually see us in the studio, and also you can send your questions there too as well, guys. But we'll be right back to the Know Your Worth Radio Show on 102.1 The Light. Hey everyone, this is Aaron Jordan, Mr. Know Your Worth himself. Oftentimes in dating, we sometimes tend to ask ourselves, why am I not having any luck in finding love? Or possibly even, why is it that it seems like I always date someone similar to my past? If you find yourself asking these questions and you feel like you are in a stuck place or stuck moment in your life in dating, go to AaronJordanJr.com and order your copy of my book, The Power Within, A Woman's Worth, from both sexes, to find out why we typically fall into these moments mentally and emotionally in dating, helping you to understand the power of who you are, whose you are, and what you are when it comes to dating. Once again, go to AaronJordanJr.com. That's AaronJordanJr.com and get your copy today. Hey, just like I end everything, understand and know that your worth is undeniable and your value is priceless.
Looking to start a new career in the booming Nashville construction industry? The Office of Mayor Megan Berry is sponsoring the Nashville Construction Readiness Partnership. Receive free training and become certified in this high-demand industry. Classes start as soon as possible. Stipends available. Must be 18 or older. Visit the American Job Center at 665 Mainstream Drive or ncrp.nashville.gov for more information. Funded in part by the Tennessee Department of Labor and Workforce Development. Nashville Career Advancement Center is an equal opportunity employer program.
Hello, my name is Lakita Stribling. I'm the Regional Vice President for Ronstadt and the immediate past president of the Rotary Club of Nashville. Where you don't have a lot of money and resources, there's just so much value in love and family. And so I come from a very close, tight-knit family on both sides of my family. And it's interesting, on my mom's side, they're not very emotionally expressive people, so you don't get a lot of hugs and kisses, but you knew you were loved. It was expressed. On my dad's side of the family, you never leave someone or stop talking to someone on the phone without them saying, I love you. So it was just interesting culturally how both sides of my families differed. But I will tell you, the one thing that both had in common is love. And even still today, when we have a family reunion, we have a family reunion because I have a really big family and we may not always agree, but you can tell that everybody has this deep, deep love for one another. And I think my grandparents on both sides did an excellent job of instilling the fact that there's really nothing more important than family. And so I really spend a lot of time with our three boys and making sure they understand how important family is. And when my oldest son in college comes home, making sure he goes to see his 10-year-old brother's basketball game. It may not mean so much to the big kid, but it means so much to the little kid. And just little things like that we really try to instill and foster throughout our immediate family now.
I just jacked that song.
They're gonna have to change their microphone out.
I just jacked this song up, man. But hey, guys, how you doing, Nashville? This is Aaron Jordan, Mr. Know Your Worth. You're tuning into the Know Your Worth Radio Show on 102.1 The Light, guys. And also, we have in the building my co-host Michael Warren, author of Marriage Declassified. Mike, how you doing, man? How you doing so far?
Man, I'm enjoying this conversation. I'm ready to jump back into it.
It's about to get real deep.
I just want to come back to something real quick.
Yeah.
How could you ruin Prince?
Hold on, man. Hey, my producer just came in and just
It was that offensive.
Me, man.
Trying to help you guys out.
It was that offensive.
Come on, Drewski.
There's only so much I can do over here. Okay.
I'm just saying,
as
man.
he speaks on a purple microphone, right?
Yeah, on a purple microphone. Man, he slick scared me. I thought that was the voice of God for a minute. That came through.
Proceed with your program.
Exactly.
Man, ladies and gentlemen, that was our producer, Andrew. He has dropped the mic and left the building. But no, man. But also, guys, we have coming up in the next segment our guest, Monica McCoy. You really want to tune in and chime in on and listen in, guys, to her story. It's going to be powerful. It's going to be impactful, guys. She's doing amazing things across United States, in Atlanta, Georgia, other areas in the United States too, guys. So make sure you're tuned in, ears stuck to the speakers, to hear this young lady's story. It's going to be powerful. All right, let's jump back right into it, Mike.
Yeah, come on.
Did I say let's jump back right into it? I said back twice, right?
Hey, that's all right.
Okay. I get distracted easily, man. But no, let's jump right back into it, man. And I really want us to dive deep into this particular topic. I think this topic here is one of the pivotal topics in relationships, in your case, marriage and things like that, especially for those newlywed and engaged couples too as well. So let's start about this. How is trust actually lost? What are some of the ways you think that trust is lost?
Well, I mean, I think in order to talk about how it's lost, I think it's important that we talk about how it's built first.
Whoa. He's just gonna come right into it, ain't he?
Hey, man, this is what the second segment was about, right? This is the meat, right?
Yeah, let me unbutton my collar right quick, because I feel like I'm finna get ready and get into my pulpit mode right now.
Come on now. But no, we gotta talk about how trust is built. So I mean, really, if you think about it, trust is really built on you demonstrating dependability.
Exactly.
Right. So if you're in a relationship, I develop let's say in my case or whatever, my wife trusts me to do certain things because I've proven myself over a period of time to be dependable.
Exactly.
She trusts me to wash her delicates, because she knows I'm not going to jack up the laundry.
Exactly.
Or whatever, and there's a, whole host of other things, whatever, but it's based on you proving yourself to be dependable, and so whenever you prove yourself to not be dependable, that's where it's hard to trust. Yeah. Now a lot of times, now we were talking about in the last segment about, your past relationships. A lot of times, somebody may have been dealing with somebody who was not dependable. They come into a new relationship or whatever, and they never cleaned that up.
Wow.
Whatever. So now you may have somebody in front of you that is ready to be dependable, but of course that's not something that happens right away. Yeah. We can be anxious. We can, be hopeful that somebody's trustworthy or whatever. Yeah. But ultimately that takes time, for that to bear out. So. Yeah. And you said something powerful. And me, I really like to tell my story and talk about my story because I think it helps others. That what you just said made me really think about myself. Because in the instance where I was wanting to have a relationship, I was needing love, had to have it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? There were some things that I had to deal with first before actually receiving it. I had to deal with all the hurt. I had to deal with all the pain and things like that. But the thing is, I was going in those situations because I told you all up until I got married, all of my relationships ended the exact same way. But the only difference was it was a different woman. Yeah. And so the thing is that I went in each situation portraying to be dependable. I was presenting a representation of what dependability is as a man, and not knowing, I can say it now, but back then I was like, okay, well, it's y'all fault. It's you guys' fault. Yeah. That our relationship didn't work. But in relationships, and in dating, if you're seriously looking for a relationship, or you're serious about relationships, or you're serious about dating, it goes in an order. You got God, man, and woman. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Yep. And the thing is, us as men, we get direction from God. And so the thing is, I had to get to the point of understanding who I was. I think for us, we as men, I think that's the first thing we have to do is to get to the point of understanding who we are, whose we are, and what we are when it comes to being a man. Yeah. And then when we understand and get to that point of knowing who we are, then the characteristics of a man will exude from us. We'll then be dependable. We'll then because then we'll know how to handle certain situations, like when your partner wants to trust you to do the laundry, or even bigger, take care of the house budget, or make sure the kids are ready for school and things like that. Yeah. It's those little instances that I think would help us as men get to the point of
building that trust factor. But the thing is that you have a lot. I'm very hard on the men because I mean that's where it
and rightfully so. Yeah,
that's where it derives from. Because just like for me in my house, if anything happens in my household, that will cause any type of friction, or just say we end up out on the street, the first person they're going to look at is me. Exactly. Because I'm the head of the household. They're looking at like, okay, why weren't you able to get your family in this position? Yeah. You see what I'm saying? And so I think that's the thing that people have to understand. And in this generation in time, I think a lot of men have to understand that too as well. Because the thing is, the number one thing that women look for in relationships with men is leadership. Yeah. You know, because it's in our prime nature to lead. Yeah. Not in a domineering type of way, but it's just you go first. You're ready to stand out in front. Exactly. You know, but you have now in this society a lot of women that's in that role, and that which makes men in this generation less dependable. You see what I'm saying? You have a lot of women that's in that leadership role now, and you have a lot of men that's kind of falling back and letting the woman lead. So now it's looking like, okay, I can't depend on you. Yeah, you know, and then that raises that brings a whole other host of issues. That raises a lot of issues and a lot of questions, not only about your manhood, but also it messes with your ego too as well. Because now it messes with your ego. Now you're fragile, which is very fragile. Because now it's going to be like now you're going to start. Your eyes are going to start wondering, or certain things. It's like an open door for certain things to come in to cause friction. Well, yeah, I mean, I think because to illustrate what you're talking about, I mean, he loves analogies. I do, man. But what you're talking about, to illustrate it is that, with our egos, it's like we're always looking for a win. Yeah. I mean, there's something within us. There's something within a man that makes him want to go out and, conquer and achieve and, conquer things or whatever, and get a reward for it. Exactly. And so in a situation like that, you're talking about, okay, well, if I can't get a win at home, then I'll go try to find a win somewhere else. Not necessarily. I mean, certainly, enter into a relationship with somebody else. I mean, certainly that's, terrible. Yeah. Whatever. But it could be anywhere else. It could be, okay, well, this is, now I'm that dude at the basketball court that, goes and slam dunks on top of 8-year-old kids or whatever. Because I'm looking for a win somewhere. So. At the end of the day, I mean, I think to tie it back to what we're talking about as far as being dependable, I mean, I think that, I know of a lot of women who are in, in high caliber, positions or whatever. And I think what, most of them will tell you is that, they don't have a problem, with the roles, per se. I mean, they still would like to be able to release some things, to their partner. Yeah. So while I think the old model, would suggest that, that a woman, stand behind her man or whatever. Nowadays, it's more or less we need to stand beside each other. Exactly. Because the world has changed and everything. Yeah. So we're going to need more than just one set of hands, to run these households and to, to go out here and, and attack life. Exactly. And you made a good point, but let me ask you this question though. When things have changed, you know what I'm saying? But like because like right now, realistically, you need two people in the household to fully sustain in your household. So what do you do? Like, what do you say for the ones that are in that situation, but one is lacking in the situation we're talking about? How is trust lost? That one person is lacking, and they want to count on this person. They want to depend on this person, but they're lacking, and it's like it's no motivation to get up, or it's no motivation to make that situation better. Yeah. So what are some steps that you think that would help couples or individuals to get back to the point of, understanding and regaining that trust? Well, I mean, I think when we're talking about trust, we're talking about something that's being responsible over something that's very sensitive, something that's very sacred or whatever. And so the, to talk about being able to release something like that, a lot of it comes back down to control as well. Exactly. I mean, because if we're talking about, okay, well, I don't trust you with my, my kids, or I don't trust you with our resources or whatever, because you haven't proven yourself to be dependable. How do you fix that? I mean, well, it's got to start with some very hard conversations, and you got to be completely, completely naked with each other, as far as your truth. Yeah. I mean, it's going to be hard, ain't going to be nothing pleasure, nice about it. Exactly. But that's what's got to happen. You got to put all your cards out on the table and talk about it. And the thing is that,
whenever you release control and everything, I know I've heard this a lot in other relationships, is that, if you're going to trust somebody to do something, you have to have a conversation about, what the end result should be, but you have to also allow people to do things in their own way, because, you're not a carbon copy. You're different for, very specific reasons, as far as being in a relationship and everything. Me and my wife work very well because we're different. Yeah. Now if I was like her and she was like me, if we were carbon copies of each other, that would make one of us unnecessary, right? Wow.
But before we go to our break, I think one of the number one steps to get to the point of being able to regain that trust is, one of the steps to recover is, first we have to be accountable. And I'm going to leave it right there. I'm going to let the microphone burn for a minute. I'm going to leave it right there. But, guys, we'll be right back. When we come back, guys, we're going to have our guest on the line, Miss Monica McCoy of Monica Motivates, LLC. Guys, she's a global speaker. She's an executive coach. And, guys, she is doing it. So, guys, when we come back on the Know Your Worth Radio Show on 102.1 The Light, we will be tuned in to Miss Monica McCoy.
Can't wait. What's up, Nashville? This is Michael Warren, the author and founder of Marriage Declassified, a blueprint designed exclusively for guys like you who want better information about how to tackle this awesome partnership called marriage. The average husband has had little to no preparation for the biggest assignment of his life, so it's no wonder he experiences frustration and confusion in ways that he never imagined. If you're like me, then you didn't sign up to fail, and the good news is you don't have to. Marriage Declassified will help you understand the basic fundamentals and mindset necessary to meet the core needs of you and your family. How would you feel knowing that a regular guy just like you is winning in his marriage and is now ready to help you win in yours? When you want to know how he did it? To learn more, just visit marriagedeclassified.com. Again, that's marriagedeclassified.com. You can contact me for sales and speaking engagements. Coaching sessions will be available in the spring. Fellas, you're not out here by yourself, so let's connect and get to work. Marriage Declassified. It's the new I do.
No more procrastinating when it comes to tires. It's a new year with plenty of cold weather ahead. It's time for you to take advantage of $50 off a set of 4 Firestone Destination tires built to conquer the road. Make sure your vehicle is ready to roll and save big at Firestone Complete Auto Care. A standard Quaker State oil change is just $18.99. Pennzoil High Mileage and Full Synthetic on sale as well. Wheel alignment, brake service, buy one get one free coolant service, all with a fixed right guarantee. Remember, whatever you drive a Firestone.
Hi, this is Pastor Jarrell Beard Sr. of New Direction Church International. I invite you to listen to our weekly sermon every Sunday morning at 7 and 10 a.m. right here on 102.1 The Light.
This is a life-changing message for anyone with sleep apnea who is on the go and tired of dragging around a big, bulky home CPAP device. Now there's finally a portable device that's as small as a soda can and weighs less than a pound. You can even add a battery that's as tiny as a deck of cards. It's the Transcend Mini CPAP, and if you're one of the first 100 callers, you can try Transcend risk-free for 10 days. So call now, 1-800-915-2344. Transcend is the world's first portable mini CPAP device. It gives you the freedom to sleep in total comfort anywhere you are. Our smallest and most advanced portable design ever, Transcend is so small and so light, you can fit it in your briefcase or purse to use anywhere you go. It's FAA compliant too, so you can even sleep comfortably while flying. To guarantee your 10-day in-home trial, you must be one of the first 100 callers to call minicpap.com now. 1-800-915-2344. Again, that's 1-800-915-2344.
The 11th Annual Father and Son Bowl is February 4th. This event is a fun day of flag football, tailgate food, door prizes, a skill zone, and more. Entry deadline is January 22nd. Every year it sells out, so register now. Go to fathersonbowl.com or call 615-585-7257.
A little less conversation.
Whoa, that threw me for a loop. Hey, what's up, Nashville? How you doing? You're listening to the voice and the sound of Mr. Know Your Worth himself, Aaron Jordan. You're tuning into the Know Your Worth Radio Show on 102.1 The Light Nashville. You like the way I said that? You like the way I said that, Mike?
You said, there you go.
There you go.
There you go. All right, now we're in the house. We're back in the game.
We're back in the game. But then also have in the building my co-host, author Michael Warren, author of Marriage Declassified.
Ask for it by name.
Ask for it by name. Then also, you can go to
Tell them where it's at. Tell them where to get it.
www.aaronjordanjr.com to pick up your copy of The Power Within a Woman's Worth from both sexes. Get your copy today. But no, guys,
let's pick it back up.
Let's pick it back. I had to do my little infomercial thing.
Hey.
You know, I was made for those infomercial TVs. I think I was belonged on what's the little infomercial thing that we have? That's that they have that they advertise on Shark Tank.
Oh, I have no idea.
Okay. But no, man, we're back at it. We're back at it live on the Know Your Worth Radio Show. And I do believe, dun, 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 that we have our guest on the line, Miss Monica McCoy. How are you doing today?
I am wonderful. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon to you.
All right. I like it.
No, what you missed, Monica, was the swinging of the seat as he was doing that.
No, I was swinging my feet. You know, I'm short. I'm 5'8". I'm swinging my feet. I have little man tendencies right now. No, but I'm so thrilled. I'm so elated to have you on the show today. And actually, me and Monica, we did a teleconference together about a few weeks ago. Am I right?
Yes, that's correct.
We did a teleconference together, man. I was actually moved by her story and her transition from corporate America of 10, 15 years to as the young people say, being your own boss.
Yes.
You know, but more importantly, being able to impact people. And I'm not going to even spill the beans a lot. I'm just thrilled about your story. I really want you to just tell our listeners about your story, who you are, and things of that nature.
Absolutely. So first of all, thank you so much, guys, for having me on. I am thrilled to speak to your audience today. So as Aaron said, my name is Monica McCoy, and I am the founder of Monica Motivates, which is a global speaking, executive coaching, and consulting business that helps individuals transition from being spectators with their lives to being active participants inside the arena. And what's very unique about my story is that I knew that I wanted to do Monica Motivates since 2009.
Wow.
So the vision came about in 2009, and I was still working a full-time corporate job, having a lot of success, getting promotion after promotion, but something inside of me kept calling me to do something that was going to have a greater impact than just collecting a larger paycheck every year. And so what I would encourage each of you to do as you hear my story is to really think about what is your dream, what is your calling, what is your passion in life, because many of us are really watching life pass us by instead of actively living life.
Wow.
And so I'll start with saying that corporate America was really good to me, but I was very strategic with my career. And I want all of your listeners to really take away being very strategic about the moves that you make when it comes to your professional life. I really embraced corporate America to set me up for full-time entrepreneurship. So I used it as my training ground. I learned marketing from a Fortune 100 company. I learned finance. I learned innovation.
Wow.
I learned strategy. I learned all these key skills to be able to pivot and to live in my dream of having an impact on individuals' lives to really help them follow their dreams. And that's what Monica Motivates is all about, really taking you from saying, you know, I know there has to be more to life than this, to really saying, you know what? I'm going to stop doing what everyone else is expecting of my life and truly dig deep within and know what I'm called to do.
Oh my God, that's amazing. So, and then you said something real. You said something very profound there, where when you said you was in corporate America, you use the skills and use you working for corporate America, trading your time for dollars to actually catapult you to the point of being able to be in your own business, be able to motivate people, use those key skills, like you said, with finance and how to be strategic in marketing. I think that is so powerful, because a lot of times, a lot of people, they get stagnant where they are. They get stuck. They think that's the end result. And the way you came and you pivot around those and you use those as like stepping stones to the bigger picture. You see what I'm saying?
Right. I always encourage my clients to make sure that you think with the end in mind. So if you know that, corporate America is going to be something that is almost like a transitional phase to getting you to full-time entrepreneurship, maximize your time there. It is very disappointing when I see people just sitting around, frustrated, complaining, being negative, and just really being in a very toxic environment, instead of taking time to learn those key skills to set them up for success when they do make that transition, whether it's running a bakery, whether it's owning your own strategy firm, whatever that is, make sure that you're being very strategic and not sitting there just saying, I'm just going to trade my time for dollars. No, make it a mutually beneficial relationship.
Exactly.
And that's what my platform is that, make sure that you're able to transition effectively from corporate America to owning your business. Because the biggest mistake that I see that people are making is that they're literally saying, well, I'm not passionate about this, but I got to earn a paycheck. So I'm just going to keep with this paycheck to paycheck mentality.
Wow.
And it ends up just having a devastating impact on them, both personally and professionally, because they're not thriving. Yeah. They're not growing. They're not living. They're really just in a very poor phase of mental being, because they are just really letting all of the things of corporate America just take away all of their dreams, their passions, and their natural gifts that they have to give to this world.
Wow.
Yeah. So Monica, this is Michael. Thanks again for sharing part of your day with us. But I had one question that just kind of piggyback off of what you were talking about here. So, if somebody wants to become an entrepreneur, what kinds of sacrifices should a person be ready to make before they start branching out?
Yeah, if you're ready to become an entrepreneur, you really have to be ready to say that I'm going all in with this. And a lot of times, I see that people say, oh, I can do my business, I can do my corporate job, I can run all this other stuff on the side, but you really have to master the principle of what's called essentialism. There's a great book out about this concept. And basically what it says is that in order for you to be most impactful and to be one of those business owners that survives beyond 5 years, you're going to really have to make sure that you focus towards your North Star. But most of us operate as non-essentialists. Instead, we really, take all of our energy and we focus it on what Bobby wants us to do,
Wow.
what Chris wants us to do, what Darlene wants us to do. We're focusing on what everybody else wants us to do. And so by the time it comes to focusing on your vision, your passion, your entrepreneurial dream, you have nothing left to give it. So you really have to get very succinct and very clear about the fact that you're going to be very intentional and go towards that North Star instead of letting your energy be, divided up against 50 other priorities.
Wow.
Yep. So I got a second question. So I know we know that, nobody does anything completely by themselves. So my next question to you is, was there anybody who helped you take that leap, and how did they help you?
Oh my gosh, there are so many people who helped me. And I would say, especially just pivoting back to the fact that this show speaks about relationships, it is very, very critical. And I'm going to repeat this. It is very, very critical that you have a strong partner. Now, I've been married.
Say that one more time. We're going to pass around the
third
collection.
time's a charm, right?
We're going to pass around the collection plate after that one.
Wow.
It is very critical that you have a strong partner. Anyone who knows Monica McCoy knows that I would not have founded Monica Motivates without the support and just the love of my husband, my business partner, Stanley McCoy. And we have 2 lovely kids. So, there are times where I have to travel and someone has to juggle and help make everything still go and flow naturally. And what I would say is that what I see a lot of times when businesses are failing, and I want to speak to both my single listeners and my listeners in relationships. To my single listeners, you have someone that you can count on, whether it's your mother, whether it is a confidant that you have as a close friend, whether it is a business partner, whoever it is that you can count on, you have to lean on that person to help you out during this entrepreneurial dream and launching and executing. For my married people or those who are in serious relationships, I'm telling you, there are the days of saying that it can be 20-80, one person gives 20, other person gives 80. Those days are over. If you're in a relationship,
say that.
Yeah.
Yes. If you're in a relationship where you're doing everything and you're trying to run the business, you're going to have to start reevaluating your priorities. You're going to have to start reevaluating, is this really working? Because what I'm telling you, in order for your relationship and for your business to have its maximum impact and for it to really be a long-term relationship, both partners are going to have to be fully committed.
Wow. Whoa. See, Ms. McCoy, see, you finna get some shouting going on up in here. We gonna pause.
We gotta get ready for that. So.
We're gonna pause right there. We're gonna keep you on and come back to the fourth segment. And we want you to hold that thought and let you share that with our listeners too as well. We want you to hold on the line for us 1 minute. Guys, we're about to take a break. Tune in live on Facebook, guys. We're on Facebook now, Facebook Live with the show, but you're tuning into the Know Your Worth Radio Show on 102.1 The Light.
My name is Michelle Jones. I am a sergeant with Metropolitan Nashville Police Department, and what led me to become a police officer was I grew up in low-income neighborhoods. I always saw crime that happened around the neighborhood. I saw that police were doing their best to respond. I had a kid at a young age, and I never wanted my son to grow up in a neighborhood seeing that, and I wanted to show him that there is something better out there. And I felt like becoming a police officer was my way of saying I can give back to the community to help those in situations that can't help themselves. I can be their protector. I can be their guardian and help clean up some of the neighborhoods throughout Davidson County. My story may not be what your story is. However, my reality can be yours. To learn more about employment opportunities with the Metropolitan Nashville Police Department, you can call Dwayne Taylor at 615-862-7341. They will be able to help you with the application process, or you can go online at joinmnpd.com.
What's up, Nashville? This is Michael Warren, the author and founder of Marriage Declassified, a blueprint designed exclusively for guys like you who want better information about how to tackle this awesome partnership called marriage. The average husband has had little to no preparation for the biggest assignment of his life, so it's no wonder he experiences frustration and confusion in ways that he never imagined. If you're like me, then you didn't sign up to fail, and the good news is you don't have to. Marriage Declassified will help you understand the basic fundamentals and mindset necessary to meet the core needs of you and your family. How would you feel knowing that a regular guy just like you is winning in his marriage and is now ready to help you win in yours? Wouldn't you want to know how he did it? To learn more, just visit marriagedeclassified.com. Again, that's marriagedeclassified.com. You can contact me for sales and speaking engagements. Coaching sessions will be available in the spring. Fellas, you're not out here by yourself, so let's connect and get to work. Marriage Declassified. It's the new I do.
If your credit card debt is out of control, if you're in over your head dealing with monthly payments, there's a powerful secret the credit card companies don't want you to know. If you have more than $5,000 in credit card debt, you have the right to settle that debt for a fraction of what you owe. That's bad news for credit card companies, but it's great news for you. We're Credit Associates, and we're offering you free information on how to virtually eliminate your credit card debt and make your monthly payment affordable. To see how much you could save, call now, 1-800-969-5373. Don't declare bankruptcy. Give us 10 minutes and we could save you thousands. We depend on your success and offer a guarantee, so there's no risk. Credit Associates. Live better debt-free. Find out how easy it is by calling now. For the secret the credit card companies don't want you to know, call Credit Associates now and see how much money you could save for free. Call 1-800-969-5373. That's 1-800-969-5373.
Baby left me, well I found a new place to dwell. Well it's down at the end of the lonely street, that Heartbreak Hotel.
Hey, what's up, Nashville? You're tuning into the Know Your Worth Radio Show, and you're listening to the voice of and the sounds of Mr. Know Your Worth himself, Aaron Jordan.
People gonna think you got asthma.
Yeah, I mean, they literally gonna think that. You see how it went in tune with the song, right?
Hey, yeah, get it how you live.
But then also I have in the building my co-host Michael Warren, author of Marriage Declassified. Man, how you doing?
Man, I'm doing wonderful, man. I'm so enjoying this conversation.
I see you stood up. I see you stood up.
Yeah, to stretch my legs.
Yeah, okay.
I also didn't think you couldn't see my shirt from where you was.
Man.
At, so.
You got Facebook going crazy about that shirt, man. I don't like the Packers, but we have to jump back in, Miss McCoy. I want to apologize to you, but I got real excited at last segment because you was about to get ready and drop some bombs. So I want to pick right back up where you had left off because you was really finna just really go in there and really do some damage, and I'm loving it, and it's so in line with the topic that we're talking about on today's show. How to regain trust in the relationship. And guys, for the people that are just listening in and just tuning in, we have on the line the incomparable Miss Monica McCoy of Monica Motivates LLC. She's a global speaker. She's a executive coach, and if you guys want to connect with her, she's going to give out her Facebook and Facebook social media information here shortly, guys. But we have Miss Monica McCoy on the lines, and give her a silent clap, because she is dropping bombs today. But yes, Miss McCoy, I want to pick right back up where you left off, and I really didn't mean to cut you off. I just got real excited.
No, absolutely. So just to piggyback to what I was saying is, just make sure as a married couple or someone in a serious relationship that your partner is completely inside the arena with you.
Okay.
It is not going to be possible for one partner to be a spectator while one is actively working inside the arena. So if your partner is not fully committed, then it's time to have some tough and courageous conversations. And I tell you this because many businesses literally fail because of the fact that there's a lack of a support system. There's a lack of a partner who's truly committed. So if you know that you are looking at joining this entrepreneurship life full time, make sure your house is in order before you dive into this, because this is no joke.
Oh, she said one.
Yeah.
She said a tweetable. She said a tweetable. So I got one question for you,
Yes.
for the listeners that's listening, and obviously you're married and you and your husband, you guys have had to have great trust within each other, trust built in order to be at this pivotal moment in your lives, as far as impacting the people in the United States, women across the United States too as well. So for the listeners that are in that position now, for the women that are in that position now, for the men are in that position now that are looking to make that leap, make that jump, to leave corporate America, but they don't technically have the support that they need to actually make that leap from their partner or from their family. What would you say to them?
I would say establish a board of directors immediately. So if you have not heard of the concept of a board of directors, I want you to listen to me intently right now and take notes. Get someone who can really be there, that you can really trust with business questions. So you need someone who is already where you are trying to go.
Wow.
So you need to find an effective business leader on your board. You need to find someone who, when it is just downright ugly, that you can talk to them in confidence. You need to find someone who has great financial acumen, someone who understands a P&L, understands how to get funding, understands investors, things of that nature. You need that person on your board. And then finally, you need someone who understands marketing, who understands how to get your business exposure. You need to make sure those 4 people are on your board of directors, because those are the people who are going to help you grow. If you're talking to the people who are telling you that they're looking forward to 5 o'clock every day and they have no goals, they haven't read a book in 10, 15 years, you have to reevaluate who are you allowing to be in that inner circle. So establish that board of directors immediately.
Wow. Man.
Sounds like setting yourself up for success right there.
Basically, that's what that sounds. Well, Miss McCoy, man, it's always been a pleasure. But before we go, I want you to actually let the listener know where they can find you and where they can connect with you.
Absolutely. So I am on Facebook at Monica Motivates LLC. I am on Twitter at Monica Motivates. I am on Instagram at Monica D. McCoy, and my website has all my social media handles, monicamotivates.com. So if you didn't catch those, go to monicamotivates.com, and they're all there. But definitely, please follow me. I would love to continue the conversation.
Awesome. Michael, do you have anything else for the amazing Miss Monica McCoy?
No, I mean, I just want to, encourage you to keep doing what you're doing. I mean, your story is inspiring, and I know there are a lot of people out here who, have an idea, they think that maybe they want to go out here and branch out on their own, but maybe they just didn't have the right information, or maybe they not getting that support network, that we just got done talking about. So, keep doing what you're doing. And, again, thank you for sharing some of your day with us.
Thank you so much, Michael and Aaron. You guys be blessed.
You too, Monica. You too, Monica. Man, she dropped some bombs. And I like that because it's so in lines with the topic that we're talking about. And then she hit it so vividly from both perspectives, from a relationships perspective, and then also from a business perspective too as well. And just like we alluded to in the second segment of the show, is that saying that you have to have those people that you can trust. Yeah. If you're in business, and then also where that support system too as well. And I think that's one of the key things when we're aspiring to jump for our goals, or we're aspiring to complete or achieve our goals or whatever. I think that's the one thing that we have to do: build trust within our partner, build trust in who we're in that situation with or the relationship with, in order to reach a common goal. Yeah, I mean, because that's real. I mean, when she started talking about, your partner's got to be on board with it. I mean, that could be rough. Yeah. When you start talking about, playing with the money, or throwing, putting the resources kind of in the wind at risk, for a greater gain. Okay. I mean, your relationship does have to be, intact and functional, for that to be a tolerable, endeavor, if you will. It really does. And it takes me back to what we was talking about in the second segment about the steps to recovery from having trust issues and things like that. I think I stated one that I feel is a very key factor in all of this, whether it's in business or whether it's in relationships. The other party has to hold themselves accountable. You see, just say like you and I were in business. I'm like doing everything.
Essentially, we are, right?
I mean, I guess, man.
You call it what it is.
If you want to say that, I mean, no, but essentially, just say like you and I, we're partners. We're not only partners, we're friends too as well. But also, there has to be some commonality of trust there. For you even to be on the platform, or you even to trust me to be on the brand, right? Yeah, exactly. And so the thing is, I think that, but if it wasn't, and I was slacking, you would hold me accountable for that, right? Yeah, absolutely. And then not only I would have to hold myself accountable. So I think that's a lot of times in relationships we don't hold each other accountable. Yeah. For our actions or for things that are going on. Yeah. We just let stuff ride. Yeah. And then it can start like a little bitty snowball, but keep letting it ride, keep letting it go, and that snowball turns into a huge boulder. Turns to a boulder. And next thing you know, it's like we do more damage than good. It's like we're in a place where we essentially going to be stuck, and it's going to be harder for us to actually get out of that place. Yeah, you'd be in a hole. Yeah, for sure. No, I mean, I definitely think that that having that mutual accountability, is key. But also, having that understanding that, like we have, is that, that accountability, we are going to hold each other accountable. So, I mean, if I was, always showing up late or whatever, or, I come walking in the door 2 minutes before we go on air and be like, okay, now who we talking to again? Yeah. You'll be out the door. It's safe to say that trust would be impacted. You'll be out the door. Hey, but I do have to say this, man. What's that? Michael is getting thrashed on social media right now for this Packers jersey. There's no such thing as bad publicity, right? I'm sorry, man. They are thrashing you right now, man. That's right. I love y'all too. Oh my God. We appreciate you guys tuning in on our live feeds too as well, man. We're getting a lot of responses from there too as well. But man, I think and also another thing, another step I think that coincides to recovery, not only is holding yourself accountable. When you hold yourself accountable, you have to take ownership of that. I think when you take ownership of the fact of your wrongdoings, or the fact of that you're not in this position of being trustworthy or dependable, I think we have to take ownership of it.
Yeah.
You know, we have to, like I said, hold ourselves accountable. When we hold ourselves accountable, take ownership of it.
Yeah.
You know, and stop deflecting that situation and using everyone else for an excuse.
Yeah. Well, I think one of the more important things is, you know, before you can hold yourself accountable, you know, I think what helps usher that in, you know, that accountability is knowing what you're entrusted with.
Wow.
You know,
that's a tweetable.
You like that? Is that tweetable?
I'm tweeting that.
Does that have grand tweetability?
Facebook, does that have grand tweetability? Whatever he said. But no, man, you said a mouthful right there. And just repeat that one more time so they can actually get that, just in case they do want to tweet it.
Yeah. So, I mean, basically, in order to usher in that accountability in a relationship, you know, we have to understand what it is that we're entrusted with. You know, so if I can just think that, okay, well, I'm in, you know, my wife trusts me with, you know, the checkbook, or she trusts me with, you know, guarding the house or whatever, but maybe she don't trust me with her emotions or whatever.
Wow.
You know, that's something, that's a conversation. That's
a whole different show.
Needs to be had. Yeah. That's a whole nother
That's
show.
a whole nother show. But no, man, like I told you guys, man, we had an awesome show for you guys today. So just to reflect the steps that we said was just hold yourself accountable, know what you're entrusted with, and then also take ownership of that. I think those are the steps we think that you can recover back from.
Sprinkle some patience in there too.
Sprinkle a little bit of patience. But no, man, we enjoyed you guys, man. We reached the end of the show. We reached the end of the segment. Guys, we love you guys. Just like I end everything. Understand and know that your worth is undeniable and your value is priceless. Peace.
Looking to start a new career in the booming Nashville construction industry? The office of Mayor Megan Barry is sponsoring the Nashville Construction Readiness Partnership. Receive free training and become certified in this high-demand industry. Classes start as soon as possible. Stipends available. Must be 18 or older. Visit the American Job Center at 665 Mainstream Drive or ncrp.nashville.gov for more information. Funded in part by the Tennessee Department of Labor and Workforce Development. Nashville Career Advancement Center is an equal opportunity employer program.
Hey everyone, this is Aaron Jordan, Mr. Know Your Worth himself. Oftentimes in dating, we sometimes tend to ask ourselves, why am I not having any luck in finding love? Or possibly even, why is it that it seems like I always date someone similar to my past? If you find yourself asking these questions and you feel like you are in a stuck place or stuck moment in your life in dating, go to AaronJordanJr.com and order your copy of my book, The Power Within, A Woman's Worth, from both sexes, to find out why we typically fall into these moments mentally and emotionally in dating, helping you to understand the power of who you are, whose you are, and what you are when it comes to dating. Once again, go to AaronJordanJr.com. That's AaronJordanJr.com and get your copy today. Hey, just like I end everything, understand and know that your worth is undeniable and your value is priceless.
This is Morgan Freeman, executive producer of the documentary The C Word, and I'm here to tell you that defeating cancer takes breakthroughs. A breakthrough is the start of something extraordinary. You, the patients, taking part in clinical trials. You, the scientists, doing next-level research to beat cancer. You, the doctors who care for everyone. Let's be the breakthrough.
To learn about screenings and clinical trials, go to standuptocancer.org/breakthrough. Please talk to your healthcare provider about appropriate screenings and clinical trials.
I'm Carolyn Waller, president of the Nashville Black Chamber. The School Partnership Initiative plays many roles. One of our major objectives